Before we start today's amazing story, make sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell. Imagine being 65 years old, having almost nothing left, and starting a new business from scratch. Most people would retire. Most people would give up. But one man didn't. That man was Colonel Harland Sanders, the founder of KFC, one of the biggest fast food brands in the world. Today, KFC has thousands of restaurants across more than 150 countries, and millions of people eat its famous fried chicken every single day. But the success story behind KFC is not about chicken. It is about failure, rejection, courage, and never giving up. This is the incredible story of Colonel Sanders. Chapter 1. A Difficult Childhood. The story begins in 1890 in a small town in Indiana, United States. Harland Sanders was born into a very poor family. When he was just 6 years old, his father suddenly passed away. His mother had to work long hours to support the family. Because of this, young Harland had to take care of his younger siblings. And this is where something interesting happened. He started cooking. At the age of 7, Harland already knew how to cook vegetables, bread, and meat for his family. Without realizing it, this small responsibility was preparing him for something big in the future. But life was not easy. At the age of 12, he left school to work and help his family. His life became a constant struggle. Chapter 2. A Life Full of Failures. Before becoming successful, Sanders tried many different jobs, and almost all of them failed. He worked as a farm worker, a streetcar conductor, a railroad worker, an insurance salesman, a tire salesman, a ferry boat operator. Sometimes he lost his job. Sometimes the business didn't work. Sometimes he was fired. At one point, he even studied law, but that career ended after a fight with a client. His life was full of setbacks. Most people would have stopped trying, but Sanders kept moving forward. Chapter 3. The Gas Station Opportunity. In the 1930s, Sanders started running a small gas station in Kentucky. At first, he was not selling food, but something interesting happened. Travelers often stopped by the gas station and felt hungry. So Sanders started cooking meals for them. He served food like country ham, biscuits, vegetables, and fried chicken. The travelers loved his cooking. Soon, his food became more popular than the gas station itself. People were coming not for gas, but for his chicken. Chapter 4. The Secret Recipe. Sanders began experimenting with fried chicken recipes. He wanted something faster, crispier, and more flavorful. After years of testing, he created a special blend of 11 herbs and spices. This recipe made the chicken incredibly delicious. The outside was crispy, the inside was juicy, and the flavor was unique. That famous 11 herb and spice recipe would later become the heart of KFC. Even today, the exact recipe remains one of the most famous food secrets in the world. Chapter 6. Becoming Colonel. In 1935, the governor of Kentucky gave Sanders an honorary title. He was named Kentucky Colonel. From that moment on, Harland Sanders became known as Colonel Sanders. He started wearing his famous white suit, black string tie, and goatee beard. This look later became the iconic image of KFC. Chapter 7. The Restaurant Success. Sanders expanded his small restaurant. Soon it became a popular roadside dining place. People drove long distances just to eat his fried chicken. His restaurant had 142 seats, loyal customers, and growing popularity. Life was finally getting better. After years of struggle, Sanders was finally successful. But then, something unexpected happened. Chapter 8. The Disaster. In the 1950s, a new highway was built, and that highway bypassed Sanders' restaurant. Suddenly, travelers stopped coming. The business collapsed. Sanders had to sell the restaurant. At the age of 65, he was nearly broke. Most people at that age would retire, but Sanders made a bold decision. He decided to start again. Chapter 9. The Door-to-Door Journey. Sanders believed in his fried chicken recipe, so he came up with a new idea. Instead of opening another restaurant, he would sell his recipe to other restaurants. Restaurants could use his recipe, and in return, Sanders would receive a small commission. It was an early version of what we now call franchising. But convincing restaurant owners was not easy. He traveled across America in his car, he slept in the back seat, and personally cooked chicken for restaurant owners. But most of them said no, again and again and again. Some reports say he was rejected over 1,000 times. Imagine hearing no 1,000 times. Most people would quit, but Sanders refused to give up. Chapter 10. The First Yes. Finally, one restaurant owner said yes. That restaurant agreed to use Sanders' chicken recipe. Customers loved it. The chicken sold quickly. Soon, more restaurants started joining, and the brand began growing rapidly. That brand was called KFC. The KFC story teaches us something powerful. Success does not always come early in life. Sometimes it comes after many failures. Sometimes it comes when everyone else has given up. Colonel Harland Sanders proved that age is just a number. Failure is not the end. Rejection is part of success. Never give up on your dream, because the next no you hear might be just one step away from the yes that changes your life.